dick. Paul is a douchebag. Paul is a prick. Paul, such a jerk. He makes me feel sick. What a fucking moron. Paul is an asshole. Paul is a dick. Paul is a douchebag. Paul is a prick. Paul, such a jerk. He makes me feel sick. What a fucking moron. I've met a lot of idiots. I've been around the block, but never have I met a guy who's such a fucking cop. I've traveled around this big wide world. I've hunted high and low, but Paul is still by far the biggest asshole that I know. Paul is an asshole. Paul is a dick. Paul is a douchebag. Paul is a prick.
If it's me, you're mad at. You get a scar on your chest like Saga. She fighting, that's what I'm bad at. My thing working. Come through in a beat up Honda. Give one the 100 slap like Yonda. Give it the mic and I'm right the rhythm, cause I spit the fire just like Douse him. I'm a Liverpool invader, climbing to the top just like Vega. You view me, nobody can save ya. On the mic, man, I way too major. Shocking MCs like Blanca. I got money in the bank, I'm a banker. You got money in the... Look, pick with the hooks like Bullrock. Get the ravers jumping like a bullfrog. I've been doing it for more than a while. In the game, I'm a soldier like Gaio. So, cause they're big like Zangief. Don't think you get ever excited. Now you don't wanna get into no big man beef. I'm here, if you want the lyrical. I'm that guy, son. Stuck in a prestige like a dice. I'm like a big man. If you wanna come on. If it's me.
Top, put a thing in your face like
what did he say?
Yo, I know why I never got the award, cause I'm still putting man up in a hospital ward. If I pull up in a Honda Accord, long clip teeth so big enough to floss with a sword. I don't know why they want to the Yo, I know why I never got the award, cause I'm still putting man up in a hospital ward. If I pull up in a Honda Accord, long clip teeth so big enough to floss with a sword. Don't know why they want to the war. I ball out with hooligans scrapping at home and abroad. You went there, you was home with your broad. Tell him I ain't messing when I'm chefing this beef. Good rams couldn't handle the sauce. Big boy set surrounded by 20 dead MCs, feeling like I'm trapped in a morgue. Turn into a corpse, sperm alive with a fantastic four. Would you expect when you man gas up a torch? Sets on my own mic, on my left blade, on my right. Never ever got my back to the door. Luke Skywalks when I come man with force. You don't want me battling, battering. Grab a stake and ride it. Firing so many shows from the top, the ground looks like a gravel pit. Wanna see what I got till I unravel it. Look how they starring babbling it. You and I'm backing it. When it gets messy, I'm tacking it. Take whose chain aboard, you ain't having it. Never caught that line, but came, you're trapping it. Fool, it's not that in it. You ain't got the belly, you're grabbing it. If I left the money, you're grabbing it. Snakeboard MC. You been in the ground for years with that stacking it. Every year attacking it, that's why I'm busy. Summer after summer, you man know I'm busy. They don't know Dylan. So every MC that I span knows what it's. Yo, live on the
Yaga. Dying at the Benz like Spragger. One bag of weed and bumper clock grabber. One bag of gal like Shabba. Lord. One bag of gal get dagger. Lick the gal then with the hammer. Lord. Make the gal bar for the mama. I make a rascal baller, 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 baller. You hear me? Yeah, man. So what you telling me? Yeah, man. I say it's raining. Cats and dogs. Yeah, leprechauns and bumper clock frogs. Mad. Manchester living ginger tooth dogs. You hear me? Mad. Who would have left their family for their movement? Crazy. So what's popping? Yeah, bud. Mad, innit? Mad. Somebody afraid of me. Mad. Yo. So what's going on, man? Catch me up, man. What's the latest gossip? Who's balling? Sorry, I needed to have a sip of my drink still. My bad. But yeah, what go on, man? What's going on? Oh, man, we here, man. We here. We there. They're fucking everywhere. Yeah. I made a Pussy's channel disappear. Mad. You better watch your mouth right there. Mad. Rashman's channel got cooked yesterday. Why, what happened on there? That's the thing about the man that's addicted to watching Eddie and every stream, yeah. Man, they're gonna see some bad channels like new side channels. Trust me, daddy. So let's wait for the federales to get past through. Yeah, man. Said taken over by weirdos. Be careful what you do on your channel, cuz. You know? Because if you don't want to see Valley Vision on your screen, you best keep your channel bumper clock clean. Oh, you can see the strike them rock and come in. How you mate? Hey. Alright, man. So let me ask you guys in the chat this question. Is Rishi Sunak English? Kind of strange, isn't it? You see in these circles, yeah, there's one qualification that a lot of people that are counted as English don't have. But a lot of people on here use that to qualify people as English, yeah? So is Rishi Sunak English? Yo, let me know, man. Mad. We don't go where the pagans go. We don't do what the pagans do. Said the Rushmore is the new easy. Mad. I don't know who Joe Briscoe, your guy. Got in on the Rushmore, fam. If I told the truth, I don't look at like hardly any of these weirdos as well. Actually, none of these weirdos has anything to do with anything sort of competition or whatever. Really and truly, these men are like stray dogs barking at the side of the road. You get me? Yeah, bud. So. Mad. I look at them man as competition, man. I can't bear this, man. But yeah, man, let's get back to what we was doing, innit, yeah? So Rishi Sunak is a Konstantin Kirsch, is it Kirsch Konstantin, or whatever his name is? That dude from... Brother. What's that trigonometry? Like, it's mad, isn't it? Yeah. Like, no one wants to be labelled as racist. Oh, yeah, those sort of things there. Like, people like to follow the people that make statements that could class these people as racist. It's mad. It's weird, isn't it? Strange, man. It's strange. Like, there's a right-wing griff, yeah? There's a Constantine, yeah. That guy, yeah. Kristen Constantine, that Russian dude. The trigonometry guy. That you there. Like, I don't even count my own kid as English, beat. Bad. You know what? Yeah, my bad. I didn't even shout you lot out, you know. Come on. Let me pick up the people them in the place, first of all. Where's my manners? Know yourself, bro. Behave yourself. You get me? Hey, behave. Yeah, man. So big up, all eyes on you. Walk on. There you are. I want them feel high. Who let the dogs out? Meh. I'll take Joker. Walk on. Yeah, man, you can type in tonight, yeah? Man. I said the type this, type this. I'm gonna hit him with the typing. Type. Yeah, man, you know what, bro? Listen to this, yeah? Anyone can have whoever they want on their channel, innit? You just can't do it. You just can't do no doxing or whatever you want on your channel. You can chat shit. You can do this, do that, and blah, blah. I actually don't give a shit. No, but stick to YouTube's rules and regulations, innit? Yeah? Because, you know, if you get more than enough privacy also in the shit down. Yeah. Anyway, so shout out Shelly the Mouse. Walk on. Hey, big up yourself, yeah? Uncle Barber Studios. How are them feel? Like, mad. Yo, mad. I remember when we used to. Alright, man. No way, husband. Yeah, shout out Morpheus. Unaffiliated. Yeah. Hey, big up yourself. Yeah, that's funny still. Mad. It's funny, isn't it? Like the names. The names. Old type Triller TV. Yeah, walk on. I am me. You old type man like Jay Dizzle, yeah. Walk on. Come on, big up yourself, man. Yeah, bro. Come on. Fireman, them dead. I hear me. Old type bad bosh. Oh, God, what you saying? Yeah, man. Old type John 4Bs. Oh, God. Come on. Yeah, old type. Damn, son. Man said, damn, son. Alright, go on, let it play.
As a society where people feel comfortable saying overtly racist things like this, have a watch.
I would say that Rishi Sunak is as English as Tizer and Y-fronts, right? He is absolutely English. He was born and bred here. And I wouldn't say that the colour of his skin makes him any
He's
less.
a brown Hindu. How is he English?
Because he's born and bred here.
So by being born here, you become English, in your opinion?
Yeah.
So that is Fraser Nelson, the editor of The Spectator, a magazine that still owes me money, going on the podcast of Konstantin Kisin and some other fella, I don't know his name, arguing about whether Rishi Sunak, our former Prime Minister, is English. Let's get that settled quite quickly. Rishi Sunak was born in Southampton on the 12th of May 1980. Back then, you were a British citizen if you were born in the UK or a British colony. Southampton, last time I checked, is in England, which is in the UK. Ergo, Rishi Sunak is English. Should be noted that Konstantin Kisin, who made that vile comment, isn't even from England himself, yet somehow he has made himself the arbiter on whether a born and bred Englishman is English. Interesting. I don't know how anyone can't see that as anything but pure racism. I am not fully English, but I was born in England and I hold British citizenship, and no one has ever questioned my Englishness or Britishness on the basis of my appearance like that. It has happened in the past, but not on the scale that we see with people like Rishi Sunak and other English people of colour, and we all know why. If you are born here, then you are English. What stage are we at as a society?
Oh. So. Yeah, man. Thoughts in the comment section, man. Yeah. That's true, they should though. In general, innit? I don't mean you're gonna get a pass because you got a couple black friends and you want to call someone an N-word or a monkey or rah rah rah, or you say something that might make sense one time or whatever, man. Like, fuck off, man. The fuck out of here, man. Dickhead. Yeah. Yeah, Trilla's feeling that, yeah? He said, exactly. That's what I've been saying for time. But I tell you when you know, yeah, what time it is, yeah? Yeah, for all these people that keep trying to tell everyone that they're not English and so and so, so and so, yeah? Go back to your own country. When you go back to your own country, they're going to start calling you English this and British that. Yeah? Yeah. Who's the English one? Yeah? You'll turn around like, right, they're all looking at you, cuz. Yeah, man, so behave yourself, man. Yeah, bro. Go back to your ends, innit? Yeah. Yeah, your family, even your own family will say, yeah, of course your family, rah, but, you know, English family. Bad. It's crazy still. Crazy. Get me, fam. Yeah, man, so, you know, I'm starting to realize that for you to be someone that understands what the real issue is or the real issues in society, you need to get like a little bit of education, you know? You need to have above average level education and cognitive skills. Started to realize, you hear me, cuz? Yeah, man, not everyone's got it, cuz, you know? Anyone can achieve it though, yeah? It's just what work you're willing to put in it, like, you know? Put in a little bit of work, you can grab something still. Yeah? Maybe not same sort of level as your parents' time, but you can still grab something, innit? Yeah. I big up the woke gang, innit? Yeah? Yeah, man. Let me say this again. Big up the woke gang, innit? Yeah? Yeah. And if you actually know what the real meaning of woke actually means, yeah? And that's what you include yourself in, and you still include yourself in it, then yeah. All these other weirdos keep trying to remix what something's already got its own definition, and they just try to remix it to other shit just to suit their narrative. Could do about that, man. But anyway,
This comment here, I have to confirm that I certainly am woke. I'm proud to be woke. I'm woke for about 10 or 15 years now. And that's when you get older, you get wiser, and you begin to recognize that being a white man and a Christian doesn't give you a monopoly on your life, doesn't give you a right to look down on people who are black.
alright, pause. Let me pull up that. The blood of Jesus did run. Oh man, hey. Don't tell Dave. Hey, don't tell Dan Ginger Tooth Tarragon. Yeah. Ah, shit. Alright, let's go again. Oh man. Go. On three, yeah? 1, 2, 3, let it play, yeah? So, 1, 2, 3, let it play.
Here, I have to confirm that I certainly am woke. I'm proud to be woke. I'm woke for about 10 or 15 years now. And that's when you get older, you get wiser, and you begin to recognize that being a white man and a Christian doesn't give you a monopoly on the life, doesn't give you a right to look down on people who are black or yellow or brown or who are homosexual or transsexual or who are agnostic or atheists or who are Hindu or Muslim or come from Nigeria or come from Slovakia. It makes no difference. When you're woke, as far as I'm concerned, you are aware and awake to the human dignity of another person, even though they come from a different place, even though they're different from me. So I won't punch down, for example, on a vulnerable child in a school.
Come on, man.
When I am a teacher. And
I'm sorry. I gotta pause it again, bruv. I don't know what I done to the volume here, but hold on. I gotta pause it again, like. But if you haven't recognised, for the longest time I keep talking about people wanting to punch downwards. Why the fuck are people that don't have shit themselves punching down at someone that has fucking even less than them? It don't even make sense, man. Like, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you doing, bruv? Are you okay? You're trying to punch downwards, bruv. This is dumb. Like, bro, listen. Like, the amount of bread the man them at the top are sitting on, like, we established. These men are putting trust funds down for the 7th generation. Yeah. You're paying inheritance tax on your fucking mum's little 2-bedroom house or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, god damn. So, bro, you need to start punching upwards, innit? Or actually punching in the direction where the blows actually matter, innit? It's dumb. It's dumb and annoying, innit? It's like, the fuck? Especially people that, like, bro, listen, you come from whichever country or whichever place yourself, or, like, you're here. Sorry, no, I said that wrong, innit? Like, you've been here from God knows how long, innit? So you know how the system runs, whose fault it is for the conditions of working class areas or certain towns that haven't had any sort of investment, because all the money goes in one place and it gets divided between a very few, and the rest of the people could just get crumbs off the side. I know that's been going on from before any sort of immigration that you guys are complaining about. And it said shit about that, but differently. A lot of people probably did start off campaigning about them sort of shits there. Started this punching downward shit, because it's mad. Punching downwards is weird.
the less well off in society, or the vulnerable in society, or people who are historically likely to be discriminated against. I won't do that. And so my view of woke is to afford basic human dignity and respect to other persons as a human person. It makes no difference to me. So yeah, as you get older, you're always hoping to learn and mature and recognize that my view of the world as a white man and as a Catholic or a Christian 15 or 20 years ago didn't give me a monopoly on wisdom, didn't give me a monopoly on generosity and forbearance and so on. So yes, I'm happy to report that I am proudly woke and will be woke till I pop my clogs. And if somebody tells you that I'm gone woke, tell them I went woke about 15 years or so ago, when I recognised, as I say, that a white man and a white Christian, his view of the world, his worldview, isn't necessarily the only worldview worth considering. And other people who are different from me, they're worthy and deserving of basic respect as well. So, yeah, hold my hands up. I'm woke. This comment here, I have to confirm that I certainly am woke. I'm proud to be woke. I'm woke for about 10 or 15 years now.
Yeah, mate. Come on. Hey, that's funny. Yeah. The person probably left the comment thinking he's gonna be offended. Like, yeah, fam. Nothing wrong with being woke, right? It's mad, innit? Yeah, as well. People talking about they want things to be better for society and so on and so, but they campaign against things that are just going to cause people to maybe have to be treated equally, whether you like them or not. You hear me? Stupid, man. It's weird. Who campaigns against people being treated equally? That's weird. I don't know if it makes sense still, man. But yeah, man. Alright, yeah, man. I saw a funny video on TikTok still, man. You know, I don't know if you might laugh, you might not laugh still, man. But
Filming! Please excuse any swearing. Yay, fuck off! I do have Tourette's, and this is a cocksucker! This is one of my cockerels, and the difference between a cockerel and a rooster is a cockerel, cocksucker, is a male chicken that is under 1 year old. So this cockerel was born on the farm last year. He'll go on to be the parent of the next generation. Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! I'm filming! So that is the main difference between a cockerel and a rooster. Yay! This little guy as well needs a name. Bit wet and he was a bit damp, so I would love for you guys to see what he looks like when he's dry. So I'll put a picture up of him on a drier day, and let me know what names you fuck off. Let me know what names you think of for him, and the most liked comment, we'll go with that, and that's what he'll be known as forevermore on the farm.
you got that guy still, man. Big him up still, man. Yeah. I did follow him on TikTok still. You know. Anyway, man. Alright, let's get back to serious business, innit, yeah? You have to duck out in that sex thing, you know?
Pretty easy to talk about the problems facing the UK economy. 18 years of low growth, stagnant real wages, low productivity, low investment, housing costs through the roof. The numbers don't lie. If past trends had continued since 2007, UK households would be at least £8,000 a year better off. If we can only fix the UK economy, return to past growth trends, it will be a game changer. Better living standards, better public finances, improved government services. But what caused this dire state of affairs? Well, we all have our favourite reason. Brexit, high immigration, high tax, austerity, the last government, the present government, lazy workers, poor management, wealth inequality, over-regulation, privatisation. But the truth is that no single reason can explain the continued poor performance since 2007. It's more like an Agatha Christie novel where all the characters are guilty of a murder to some extent. Now, this huge range of interlinking factors makes it hard, though not impossible, to improve. The UK economy definitely can do better. Also, when we talk about fixing the UK economy, what do we actually mean? Well, firstly, there's two aspects. Firstly, we've got macroeconomy, increasing GDP per capita, increasing real wages, and keeping inflation low. But economic growth on its own is not enough. there's also effective living standards determined by things like housing costs and the state of public services. For example, if UK housing costs were magically 20% lower, the UK economy would actually start to look a lot better. 17 years of low growth has led to a cycle of low investment, which itself leads to more low growth and low productivity. Productivity growth seems to keep getting worse, and this cycle needs to be broken. Efforts to raise public sector investment are at least a step in the right direction. There's certainly plenty of things to fix: potholes in the road, energy security, housing, new hospitals. Investment will hopefully improve productive capacity in the future, but one drawback is that it will take quite a few years to be a visible impact. And also, even the slight increase in public investment is only a small share of the overall economy. We can't rely on public investment alone. A Bank of England study found that the main reason for private firms holding back on investment was uncertainty about the economic situation and a lack of cash reserves. Basically, firms need more stability and an expectation of rising demand. More on this later, but there are at least some opportunities there if we can take them. Last Energy planned to build 4 small nuclear power modules, funded without...
Pause for a second here, you know, but make sure we don't breach the fair usage policy when reviewing a video and all that sort of stuff there. But yeah, man, so solutions, innit? You know, we spoke about nearly everything he listed as one of the issues in the destruction of the current economy and the trend it was following previously. And you know, my number one thing was on that list as well. I bet. Yeah. I tell you what though, yeah, because differently, yeah. Let me cap for wealth inequality for a second. Yeah, because wealth inequality was still present previous to this 2008 trend getting broken. Yeah, the only issue was that the gap was closing. I mean, the only, good thing about it was that the gap was closing. So wealth inequality was still an issue from way before that anyway. Yeah, we get back those two solutions, innit? So, yeah, hopefully, like, if something like, I don't know, I do know why Labour or Conservatives wouldn't put proportional representation into place, because obviously they would lose their monopoly on power, just going back and forth between them guys, innit? And other people getting close up or whatever, innit? Yeah, but boy, if Labour carries on with their right-leaning centrist stance, yeah, looking like Conservative Labour, then boy, someone like, obviously, Green Party will get like the progressive left, innit? But some more of the like centrist, centre-left leaning may go to someone like Liberal Democrats, Ed Davies and them looks. You know what I mean? Like, so it's mad, innit? Like the left side of politics always has like a couple of different parties to contend with. It's just now that the right side of politics is getting like serious contenders in the UK, like with Reform, innit? I don't count them as serious contenders myself, yeah, personally. Let me give that disclaimer in it, yeah. But in being able to give Conservatives a shock and Labour a shock, Reform was able to do that last election, innit? again, it's more like protest voting, isn't it? And that's the thing with not having proper proportional representative figures when we're voting, rather than the first past the post system, because people do protest votes like Brexit, because it seems like you vote these people in, they say they're going to do stuff, they don't do hardly any of the stuff that they say they're going to do, only the bad stuff. None of the good stuff they say they're going to do never fruitions, and it comes to fruition. You hear me? Yeah. It's just badness and badness. You hear me? What? It's mad still. Yeah. So we do it. Mad. Yeah, so yeah, we got the Friday gang, man. Yeah, just play a little bit more, man. Let it play.
Any state support, they just need approval from the nuclear regulator. Now, one policy which would help the UK economy in multiple ways is trying to fix the energy market. UK energy prices are amongst the highest in Europe, but also quite volatile too. Now, last year, natural gas accounted for about a quarter of UK energy generation. But energy prices are set according to the marginal cost of buying gas. When prices go up, so do energy bills. And this has been a major driver of a very damaging inflation in recent years. And don't forget that this inflation is bad for both firms who see uncertainty and also households who see falling real wages. And also, a boom in gas prices gives a profit windfall to all the other power generators who see the price they get paid much higher than their average cost. Moving to an average cost system would enable lower prices and make inflation much less volatile. But how do you get there? Because on a still cloudless day in January, you still need to fall back on some non-renewables. This is why gas is quite important. So this is where investment in nuclear, battery power, other energy sources, greater diversity of energy, more power cables will pay huge dividends in the long term. We can get to less reliance on gas prices. But fix energy and it'll have numerous knock-on effects to the rest of the economy. The UK industrial output has fallen a lot in recent years. High electric prices are one factor. If you want to encourage big artificial intelligence investment, then reliable sources of renewable energy and power is definitely important. But also breaking that link to frequent bouts of cost-push inflation, which cause the Bank of England to nervously keep interest rates higher than they otherwise would be, would really help other aspects of the economy too. But a bigger problem for the UK economy than gas prices is arguably housing costs. UK housing, one of the most expensive in the world, it reduces living standards for households, but also has economic costs. If you're spending a fortune on paying for rent, you have less income to spend on other goods and services. Firms in booming areas often struggle to attract workers because workers can't afford to live there, especially somewhere like London. But the big question is, how do you actually reduce housing costs? Last year, inflation was 3%, but rent rose by 8%. How do you reverse this, or at least prevent more rent inflation and house price inflation? Well, one part of the solution has to be increasing supply, especially of a private rented sector, and especially in areas where it.
Yeah, pause. Yeah, they are taking liberties with their energy prices, isn't it? Like, they need to decouple the electricity and gas, innit? So electric's got its own price and gas has got its own price, innit? Like, Because especially with the renewables and everyone using more electricity than gas, and in replacement for gas in certain scenarios, to make it more beneficial to someone that's doing that, right? Yeah. Let the market decide, you know, what the right wingers say, yeah, you got to let the market decide. When the market decides that your place demands more bodies because it needs to produce a certain amount of labour, the man don't like it when the market decides. But obviously we need to build more housing, and the price of housing needs to take a bit of a pullback, man. How you know? Like tax-free land buyers and people that have been able or beneficial to get a deposit or have help from their parents to get a deposit or get their first place, and then if they can get one extra, are far and few between for the 20 gap nowadays. I imagine I tried to eat and talk at the same time like a dickhead, man. Well, bonehead. God, let it play.
Is most needed. Also, more retirement homes would help people to downsize, freeing up bigger homes for larger families. The problem is, though, that it will prove difficult to build all these houses that are perhaps needed. For example, the UK has a real shortage of skilled builders. The number of bricklayers is in decline. It's an ageing workforce. So one solution, of course, is to rely on immigration of skilled builders. Yet immigration itself, the very high numbers in recent years, have been a significant factor in the rising rent in the housing market. And this is one of the problems of the UK economy. You try to solve one problem like the housing market, but realise it's reliant on also fixing things like the number of skilled workers in the economy. Even building 1.5 million new homes may not actually do that much to reduce house prices, if anything at all. But housing costs do need to be tackled as a real a national crisis. Now, when I asked viewers what their preferred policy was for improving the UK economy, the most popular was taxing wealth and using the money to build social housing. Certainly when the UK built the most homes back in the 60s and early 70s, it was because of a growth in private sector building, but also big public sector program too. And this building of social housing was a big boom for ordinary households. It increased the supply. It enabled people on low incomes to have affordable housing. Fixing the housing crisis doesn't necessarily mean concreting over the countryside, but the private sector lack the incentive to build more affordable homes. They would rather sit on planning permissions rather than building enough to reduce prices. In addition to building social housing, other possibilities include a council tax for second homeowners unless rented out, changes to zoning laws. Australia is proposing banning foreign ownership of housing. Unfortunately, rent controls is not really a fix because it would cause even less supply on the private rented sector, which has already got a shortage. Now, one well-documented fact, the UK has seen a big decline in industrial production in the past 40 years. So is a solution to the UK's terminal economic decline to somehow reverse this and make ourselves competitive with somewhere like China in making goods? Personally, I don't think that any government really has the capacity to fight against this long-term trend. The UK's comparative advantage is just not in manufacturing at the moment. The UK's comparative advantage is in services, IT, software, research, tech design, media, education, financial services. The problem is, though, that it's highly concentrated in London, enabling northern cities and towns to take part in this growing service sector economy, would definitely help lift economic growth. Now, whilst London has received a fantastic new Crossrail train line, which is really helping London, the North still awaits something like the Northern Powerhouse Rail, HS2 of course curtailed at Birmingham, and for all the talk of levelling up, cuts to local government funding have outweighed increased state funding. One reasonable development which has happened in recent years and hopefully will continue to develop is greater devolvement of decision-making power to regions with regional mayors, moving away from a Westminster model which has prioritised often big shiny investment projects but often lacking the local knowledge to really make a difference. So to get the UK growing again, it is advisable to focus on what we are good at rather than what we would like to be good at. Now, I mentioned this imbalance in the economy between London and the rest of the economy, and that is a problem. But having said that, I would say it's still a good idea to develop the Oxford-Cambridge corridor, where a lot of expertise is there. Remember, it's not a zero-sum game. If that area benefits economically, there will be benefits to the whole economy, not least in the form of net fiscal transfers. Now, one legitimate concern about more development in the south is there's only so many skilled workers in the UK. And this is another long-term challenge. You can't always rely on just immigration. How do we get more people into vocational skills where there is a shortage? At the moment, a lot of school leavers encouraged to go to university, many doing humanities degrees, but business lacking often workers with the right vocational skills that are needed. But don't forget that the much maligned university sector is actually one area where the UK has a good international reputation. People do want to come here and study. Education, English teaching, are all areas where the UK is actually quite good at. But what about economic growth? I do accept it's a fair point that growth is not enough. It won't fix all the UK's problems. But without growth, it gets much harder. If you want to increase living standards, if you want more public spending, then economic growth becomes very important. Without it, there's this pressure to keep increasing taxes with no real improvement in outcomes. Why has GDP per capita growth fallen off a cliff? Well, we've already mentioned quite a few factors. Also worth bearing in mind, it's not just the UK seeing slower growth. It seems to be a bit of a Western European problem too. You could argue, though, that the Bank of England has placed too much emphasis on its inflation target rather than economic growth. Despite weak demand and a stagnating economy, the bank are reversing quantitative easing quite quickly, and interest rates are relatively high compared to other countries. One solution is to give the Bank of England a different target, place more emphasis on growth than inflation. Now, critics may jump in and say, well, inflation is still stubborn. It went up to 3% last month. But the difficult thing is to untangle why we have inflation. Is it due to a booming economy, an economy that's growing too fast and needs to be slowed down? Or is it these cost-push inflationary pressures which don't really respond to higher interest rates anyway? Certainly, we've seen an unusual increase in savings in the UK, which means there is a potential spending power there. A lack of confidence is keeping people from spending. Lower rates would play a role in increasing spending, and if you increase spending, then firms want to invest more, and that's when you start to get more productivity. Higher investment, growing productivity tends to happen in a growing economy, not a stagnating economy. Now, I'm not saying this is an easy choice, but at this stage, I'd rather have a slightly overheating economy than persistent stagnation that's been going on for too long. What about high taxes? Are they holding the UK back? Well, compared to other countries, tax as a share of GDP is not particularly high, although the recent increase definitely have caused some concern for business. Income tax was much higher in the post-war period, when growth was actually faster. But what does hurt the economy a little bit is the distortions of a tax system. For example, council tax is highly regressive, almost poll tax-like. Governments haven't dared modify this tax since it was introduced in 1991, at the very least extending the band beyond Band H to take more from high-value housing would be a start. Other taxes are often illogical, the incentive to be self-employed and avoid national insurance, which has only got bigger since the last budget. Higher marginal tax rates at levels where child benefit is suddenly cut off. Fat thresholds which discourage firms from getting bigger. The problem is that UK tax policy usually set for what makes good headlines rather than a rational long-term goal to become more efficient and fairer. Now, if you want an easy, low-cost win for the UK economy, rejoining the customs union would definitely help. The single market even more. If you really wanted to make a difference, a UK in the EU pushing for the removal of high tariff barriers on services would be really beneficial for the economy too. At least it's a policy that doesn't require any opportunity costs in the forms of higher spending.
So obviously, no, I was waiting for, innit? For the answer, B. Come on, man. You know what time it is, cuz Brexit has broken Britain to pieces, cuz definitely self-sanctioning, self-isolating, trying to make trade with a whole separate continent instead of the one that you're in. It's weird. Strange. Why would you vote for that? Why would you vote for that? But listen though, yeah. We're gonna wrap it up here still, man. I need to go do some work still. Cigarettes for this guy still, so. Good little quick stream with it. Might do one on the way back. We might not still. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, big up everyone in the place, man. Slap the like button, share the stream, all that. And if you don't like me, if it's suck your mother. But alright. See that.
If it's me or mother, you get a scar on your chest like Saga. She fighting, that's something about that. My thing working. Come through in a beat up Honda. Give one the under slap like Yonda. Give it the mic and I'm right over them, cause I spit the fire just like Douse him. I'm a Liverpool invader, climbing to the top just like Vega. UV me, nobody can save ya. On the mic, man, away too major. Shocking them teeth like Blanca. I got money in the bank, I'm a banker. You got money in the... Look, quick with the hooks like Bullrock. Get the raver jumping like a bullfrog. I've been doing it for more than a while. In the game, I'm a soldier like Gaio. So, cause they're big like Zangief. Dope when you get ever tried it. Now you don't wanna get into no big man beef. I'm here, if you want the lyrical. I'm the guy son. Sucking up a teeth like a dice. I'm like a big man if you wanna come on.